What's up, Mets and overall baseball fans? Welcome back to the channel. And folks, we have a report to discuss as the Mets are finally showing interest in a free agent reliever this offseason officially. But before we get into it all I ask is that if you're new to the channel, don't hesitate from smashing that like and subscribe on. Help us get to 20K subs for our next short-term goal. Thank you guys all so much in advance as always. And of course, I have to let you all know that today's show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is your #1 source for all your sports betting needs. So make sure you head over to betonline.ag using promo code Bleav at BLEAV. That would get a 50% off welcome bonus. BetOnline, it's where the games begin. And now, folks, let's let the show begin because a breaking news report came out a couple hours ago at the time of recording this. As you see here from Michael Mayer, Mets Memorize, that yes, the Mets, like many other teams out there, and according to John Heyman, already at least 10 are showing interest in the veteran right-hander formerly with the LA Dodgers and Tommy Kahnle. And my raw reaction to that, I want to know yours in the comments below. I'm excited about this because for those that don't know, Tommy Kahnle is someone that remembers time with the New York Yankees. That's why we have him in the highlights here in the Yankees uniform. Yes, he's been with the Dodgers the past couple of years, but he has dealt with many ailments, so he really hasn't pitched a lot to warrant showing Dodgers highlights, so we're doing Yankees highlights from 2019 here. But it holds true. Tommy Kahnle, I remember him very well during his time with the Yanks, and he was cooking up the Mets every time they faced each other. He was phenomenal during his time in the Bronx. He's a New York native, has been in the league for a little bit now. That's why he's at the age of 33. But even though he's dealt with ailments, and even though, yes, as you see here, he only pitched right around 13 innings down the stretch for the Dodgers this past season, Kahnle, when healthy, he's still one of the better relievers in baseball. He has that nasty 1-2 punch with the changeup touching 90 on the gun. That's why he throws the majority of the time. It's changeup, changeup, changeup. And then he's mixing in that high velocity fastball that's between mid to high level in the 90s still. So he's got plenty of life on his pitches. He's not slowing down anytime soon. The only issue with Kahnle has truly been his health. And it's funny because we actually just discussed a pitcher in a very similar situation as Kahnle, who hasn't pitched a lot the past couple of years, that being this time and Alex Reyes. Make sure to check out that video if you haven't already, folks. So I discussed how it's important for the Mets to go out and potentially go and get some guys for their bullpen that are low risk, high reward for a guy like Kahnle, who again is already being pursued by many competitive teams set to be going all in for the 2023 season, because he's not going to cost you a $10 million deal even on a one-year deal. I highly doubt that. He's a guy that's going to be in a short-term deal, one tops 2 years, probably more so in the one range, maybe with an option after the first year, because you want to see where you're going to get with him as long as he's fully healthy. But if you do get everything that you hope to get in Tommy Kahnle, he is among the better relievers in baseball. He's absolutely filthy with that 1-2 punch. He's thrown the slider a couple years ago. We did not see that with the Dodgers, however, so I'm going to be under the assumption it's just the changeup, it's just the fastball, but still high velo. Love his changeup. Absolutely filthy. A guy that can come in and again on the low, cheaper, I should say, than some other guys out there that are looking for even 3-4 year deals for relievers that the Mets aren't going to do. They just locked up Edwin Diaz to 5 years, $100+ million. He cannot buy their entire bullpen. One, it's not because of the fact that the Mets are cheap. That isn't the case. It's the complete opposite. But more so because, one, it's unrealistic. Two, how many times is buying an entire bullpen for upwards of $10 million per year for all relievers of your pen work out? It never does. The Angels have tried that in recent years. It doesn't work. The White Sox have tried that. It doesn't work. So it just tells you that the Mets, like every other team in baseball, needs to be creative. You need to buy your high-end guys for your pen, but also guys that can come in as a depth option. And for someone like Kahnle, who again hasn't really thrown anything more than 14 innings since the 2019 season, there's rightful criticism and concern, and that's exactly why you land him on a short-term deal, low risk, high reward for a guy who still very much has the stuff. I would not be looking at this the same way if it was a Dellin Betances situation where Dellin comes in, he has no velo, he's injury prone the entire time, everything that he was with the Yankees is completely lost when he enters the Mets. No, Kahnle, what we saw in his rather small sample size with the Dodgers down the stretch this past season shows you that the arsenal is still very much there. The swing and miss rate is really good, through the roof. He's a guy that at his best, you're looking at K per nine easily between 11 and 12 strikeouts per nine. The issue with him, besides his health in recent years, has been his inconsistencies with his walk rate. He'll have a great year with around 2 to 2.5 walks per nine, then he'll skyrocket depending on the situation. So him, like any other reliever, as I always reference, I'm a guy that does not like to see relievers load the bases thanks to walks. So one, got to make sure that walk rate's down. I expect it to be that, but two, Jeremy Hefner, everyone that they have in this pitching staff, coaching wise, needs to come together and do exactly what they did, as I always reference, with what they did with Adam Ottavino. We could very well see a pen next year that doesn't just have Adam Ottavino, the former Yankee, but also Tommy Kahnle, who is still a very strong reliever at the young age of 33, someone who I'm very much in favor of at a low risk, high reward potential deal, awfully similar to Alex Reyes that I mentioned we discussed in a video 24 hours ago at the time we're recording this. But guys, I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Tommy Kahnle potentially coming to the Mets? One, do you think it's going to happen? I think the Mets will have as strong of a chance as ever. Again, he's a New York native, thrived during his time with the Yankees. Now he can come to the Queens potentially, should he not say return to the Bronx or something, if the Yankees are showing any potential interest there. Two, he's someone that, again, low risk, high reward, so you can never go wrong in that situation. You need to make sure that you are trying to get as creative as possible with building depth in that pen, because realistically, as I mentioned, you cannot simply pay upwards of $10 million over a 1 or 2 year deal for every reliever out there to fill your pen. It's not going to work. The Mets have holes. They need to fix them. This is a low risk, high reward move that I'm in favor of. But if you're not, make sure to let me know it all in the comments below. And again, folks, if you find yourself enjoying this kind of Mets content and you want to see more great Mets content like this, don't hesitate from smashing that like and subscribe button, sharing this video with your friends, on the notification bell, all those great things. Thank you guys all so much for the continued support. Stay tuned, because we're going to be discussing more at length with Tommy, Carlos Rodon, and others in our latest Bleav in Queens podcast live on the channel tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're seeing this after the fact, make sure to go and rewatch it. It's going to hold true. Anthony Recker and Joe Sorrell, my co-hosts, will be breaking down their raw analysis on Tommy Kahnle, this current interest. Is it the right fit, the wrong fit, their personal opinions, along with plenty of others regarding Carlos Rodon. Big update on the Mets meeting up with him soon, and plenty of others. So guys, thank you all so much for watching again, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Mets, baby. Peace out.